We're just gonna reach down, we're gonna gingerly, and we'll just peel it right off. Oh, that's so gross. Ba-da-ba. Hello everyone, my name's Micah, part-time gamer dad. We made it to Danger Cove, and wouldn't you know it, those mangy pirates are just floating there in their gorgeous ship, just all piratey. And there's two things keeping us from getting there. One, presumably these sharks, what are just swimming about and whatnot. And two, there's a little dinghy that can row to the boat perfectly easy, but there's a gaping hole in it, so she isn't exactly what we would call, in the business,
the boat completely unseaworthy.
Completely unseaworthy is what Guybrush says. But the good news is that there are ways that we can fix this. We still have a lot of goodies left over from our little trip through the jungle where we were swallowed by the snake, and that includes this handy-dandy reservation slip right here. Blondebeard's Chicken Shack, extremely important, and now that we have a reservation slip, we can go through and do some fun stuff. Boing, boing, boing! Why, of course I have a reservation, my good sir.
Reservation.
Then let's see your reservation slip.
Reach into Vance, produce,
Very good.
wave about.
You may seat yourself, Mr. Pardon me, Mrs. Bryanstew.
Thank you, that's very courteous of you. And here we are, we have access to Blondebeard's Chicken Shack, just like that. There's a lot that's going on in here, so first and foremost, let's see what we can steal. Biscuit cutter, extremely important.
It's a round biscuit cutter.
And now it is mine! Pie pan, also extremely important, yoink. And let's look at this crazy portrait that they've got hanging right here on the wall. Odd thing for a chicken restaurant to have.
Chicken.
The Devil Chicken.
El Pollo Diablo.
We talked about El Pollo Diablo in the previous episode, and I told you that he still has a role to play in this game. And wouldn't you know that, there's a barrel filled with tasty, buttery biscuits. I don't think Guybrush has eaten anything since that half-eaten corn dog.
I wonder what the more is. That looks delicious.
Whoops. Pick them up. I would love to go to a restaurant that just has a bucket filled with biscuits that anyone can just enjoy anytime they want. Look at that.
That looks delicious.
Well, let's eat some. Nyomp.
Whoa! This biscuit is full of maggots.
Ew.
Aye! That's my special ingredient. Adds just the right amount of exotic flavor. It's a good thing, too, because I can't keep them out of the food around here.
You know, I'm starting to have second thoughts about this restaurant. I'm starting to believe that maybe not everything is up to code. What's going on with the patron here? He seems awful sleepy.
He's awfully reserved for a pirate.
Excuse
Hey,
me,
mister.
sir?
Mister, you listening?
Oh, God!
It's one of LeChuck's skeletal horde.
Aye, I fixed his little red dinghy, but good.
The undead that walk among us must surely be destroyed, lest their evil like overrun and befoul the world of the living.
Aye, and he complained about me chicken.
That cad! Who knew that to arrest the undead horde, all you had to do was stab a bread knife into their bones?
It's a very sharp knife.
I'll take it. Any Grim Fandango fans in the house, by the way?
Ask me about Grim Fandango.
Thus continuing the trend of promoting other LucasArts games within a Monkey Island
What can
game.
you tell me about Grim Fandango? Anything? I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but this guy's lousy at marketing.
It may shock you to learn that I have never actually played Grim Fandango, as much as I love A, number one, LucasArts, and B, number two, Psychonauts, which if you haven't watched my Psychonauts playthrough, I played 1 and 2 on this channel. Go back and watch it, because holy cow, anything having to do with LucasArts is always going to be gold, and Psychonauts was one of those. But Grim Fandango, I never actually touched. Maybe I should do that on the channel sometime. I've always wanted to play it. Why would he complain about the chicken, though? You wouldn't think that the undead would have taste buds.
This is the greasiest, crustiest, most revolting chicken I've ever seen.
Ah, yes. He got our black and Cajun style chicken.
Gross. Well, the chicken itself is very important. Let's eat some.
I can't eat that. The fumes alone would kill me.
Fair enough. Guybrush has a very refined palate. We do have maggots, though.
It's a good heaping handful of healthy, wriggling maggots.
Well, let's eat some of those.
Drop and give me 20, you maggots. You know, I'll bet I could chug all these guys in one gulp.
Well, do it! Quit talking and show me some action.
Maggoty.
Delightful. Let's pick them up and see what else they could use. They didn't seem to be enjoying the biscuit very much. Maybe they want some meats. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Ugh.
Back into the biscuits. Let's maybe stay away from those for a little bit. Why, what do we have here? A club card.
Brimstone Beach Club.
Hey.
Member since 1632.
Fantastic. We weren't able to get into the Brimstone Beach Club earlier because we didn't have a membership card, so let's pick that on up. We're finding all kinds of great secrets. And we're not done. All right, Mr. Blondebeard, sir.
It's the owner of the shop. He's got a gold tooth. Excuse me, but
What a lucky pirate are you?
Me?
You've struck gold, boy.
Really?
I have?
Gold, gold, gold! Ha ha! Golden nuggets of chicken!
I need this man's energy
A
in my
treasure
everyday
trove
life.
of deep-fried fun. Now, what can kindly old Captain Blondebeard bring you for lunch?
Give me some of that golden fried chicken. I haven't had much lunch today. That sounds really, really good. What do we got here? The broasted wattle mole. I'll try the wishbone sandwich with sweet gherkin. Or
Cheese toast. Got any?
I'm afraid we're out of that fine and economical dish.
Cheese toast.
Actually, I'm out of just about everything. Not a drumstick left. All I have left are those biscuits and a few tubs of our special Ipecac slaw.
How's the Ipecac slaw?
Not bad. But 15 minutes later, you'd be hungry again.
that's a barf joke.
Business must be good if you're sold out of chicken.
Sold out? I never said nothing about being sold out.
Then
Well, what?
happened
Something
to all
did you
your
say
chicken?
something about?
'Tis a story steeped in terror,
more
marinated in
stories.
mayhem. There be a horror that prowls the jungles of Plunder Island.
Go
A
on.
7-foot-tall monster he be, and he has a hatred for mankind unequaled. His preternatural rage burns hotter than the coals used to roast 1,000,000 of his kin. He is El Pollo Diablo, the devil chicken.
I'm still not getting the
Devil
picture.
Chicken!
The devil chicken.
He
Could you
hates
use some
me
more
most
descriptive
of
language,
all.
please? I'm still not
And his
getting it.
Revenge against me must be tastier than me hearty giblets and cracklins party mix.
What's he done?
He turned loose all me chickens, returned them to the wild to roam the jungles free as nature intended. Even now, I have a huge order to fill and no chicken to fill it. But I know he's not through. Ruining me business is just the first step. Someday he'll return. For me!
God, the actor's having so much fun doing
I'll
this.
be ready for him. And a 7-foot chicken means me business will be thriving once more.
For like a day. How much meat can you get out of a 7-foot chicken? That's just like 5 chickens stacked on top of each other. 5 particularly large chickens, but nonetheless.
To whom are you going to deliver your chicken?
There lies a pirate ship in Danger Cove.
Go
And
on.
the first mate of that ship fancies me chicken. But I better be delivering their chicken soon. Most likely I won't even have time to cook it.
Why is that?
You see, I got me this delivery in 30 days or it's free policy. And I be running a bit behind.
What are the pirates of Danger Cove like?
They're a secretive lot, and I can't say I've seen too much of them. They seem to be what one would expect from a bunch of grog-swinging pirates. As filthy and hairy a bunch of swabs as you'd ever hope to meet. But beware of their captain. I
Okay.
hear he's got the disposition of a shark in need of a root canal. If he be catching you near his boat, you'll be tortured for sure.
I mean, I get the simile, but sharks lose and regrow their teeth constantly, so a root canal wouldn't really be that big of a deal. But I get it. We won't be pedantic. We won't dwell. How long have you? Well, I tell you what, nice gold tooth.
you have there.
Aye!
Ding!
It glistens like the golden topping of grease on me luscious batter-fried chicken.
He never closes his mouth. I think that's the best part about his character design.
Did I mention how much I admire your gold tooth?
Aye, you did. It's one heck of a gold tooth, and Blondebeard serves up one heck of a lunchtime value.
One more time.
Did I mention how much I admire your gold tooth?
Aye, you did. Now stop admiring it so much.
I'll
right.
let you get back to work.
Aye.
All right, you know what? No, we're still missing a clue here.
Excuse me.
Because I know what I need to do, and as with any other Monkey Island game, the puzzle solution is very esoteric and off the wall. And this game especially, you really need to talk to the NPCs to figure out what to do. So he hasn't really dropped the giant hit yet.
To whom are you going to deliver your chicken?
To the pirates at Danger Cove.
All right, yeah, weren't you listening?
How long have you been out of chickens?
Weeks, months maybe. And it's not the loss of business that
here it
hurts
is. This is
me
it.
most.
No?
I miss the taste of me chicken. You could dine this world over, but you'll never be a connoisseur of carrion till you had a taste of me savory squab. Why, even now I gets me a craving for me palate-pleasing poultry. Ah, I can taste it now. Me crispy bounty of breaded beaks. There'd be nothing like the hearty crunch from these pan-fried jewels.
That's probably why he's
Isn't
missing
that a
so many
little hard
teeth.
on your teeth?
Aye, but the challenge of it all be half the dining enjoyment. Now that I got the thought of that crispy chicken extremity in me head, I'll be pining for the crunch till I get me something to crack me teeth on.
All right, so he wants something crunchy. It's basically what that comes down to.
I'll
All
let
right,
you get back to work.
I'll let you get back to work. So what it comes down to here is that we need to get his gold tooth for a reason that we haven't figured out yet. But let's go back a little ways, because we need to go to Blood Island to find an uncursed diamond ring to put on Elaine's finger so we can break the curse that she's currently under. In order to get to Blood Island, we need a map to the island, obviously, a ship to get there, obviously, and a crew of experienced sailors to get us there. So we're working towards getting the map right now, and we haven't even gotten close to getting the ship quite yet, and then we need to find the crew. So we've barely made headway into the main quest of this chapter, but getting that gold tooth is a huge part of it. We don't have everything we need now, but we're getting there. Now, as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I had initially started playing on what ended up being easy mode on the game, and I hadn't realized it because the Steam re-release kind of flip-flopped the way that the CD-ROM used to be when I played it when I was a kid. We had it back on physical media back then. Oh, it was a grand old day. We'd have to work the coal ovens night and day for warmth, and for lunch we'd eat our own boots boiled in mud. But I was playing on what I initially thought was just the regular mode, when in fact that was the easy mode on the CD-ROM. So I have switched over to what I am used to, the original version with all the puzzles, baby. So I replayed everything from scratch, and we're picking up right where I left off. I should have everything that I had at the end of the previous episode, but now there's more puzzles, and I can prove it, because in the previous episode, there was a jawbreaker sitting right here on the floor. Didn't pick it up. That jawbreaker's missing now. So now we gotta find out where it was. And it happens to be in this handsome fella's mouth.
It's a salty pirate, sucking on some candy.
Sucking on some candy. There we go. Talk to
Ahoy
him.
there, I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
So,
It's good to meet
Greg
you,
Berger.
Mr.
Bill,
Bill.
That's your pirate name, Bill?
Cutthroat Bill.
Oh, I see. Well, that puts a whole new spin on it, doesn't it?
Oh, this guy has done a voice in pretty much anything from the 80s to the 90s. If you were a kid or just a fan of animation back then you'll recognize this guy's voice. Most importantly, he did a voice in one of the games in the Legacy of Kain series, which by far one of my all-time favorite series on PlayStation. Holy cow, did I play the butt off of those games. But just the way he can deep down and live in that sort of Tom Waits gravelly zone with his voice. I don't know how he's able to talk outside of doing a gig. Pirate stories, God. Oh no, even more important.
Say, what you eating there?
Jawbreaker.
Is it good?
Yep.
You don't say much, do you?
Nope.
That's a really good jawbreaker there, huh?
Yep.
Well, that's just terrific, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. That's enough
It's been
talking
a
for
pleasure.
you.
Bye.
Cutthroat Bill. So we got to get his jawbreaker, and he doesn't seem keen on giving it up. So there's only one other answer, and that's to resort to violence.
You know, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. I think we've bonded.
An innocent pat on the back. Now he's choking on his jawbreaker.
It's a choking pirate.
Can we talk to him?
Hi.
Guybrush is in no rush to help out. Give him another whack.
How did you do that?
Oh, it was nothing, really. Just sudden pressure applied below the sternum to expel a foreign object from the windpipe.
That's amazing. I owe you my life. From now on,
Yes?
that will be known as the Threepwood Maneuver.
Nah, it'll never catch on. Okay, one jawbreaker. Let's get that. In case you haven't picked up on it, these 3 are the ones I need to recruit to my crew to get to Blood Island. And so we need to earn their trust one way or another, each individual. So did we earn Bill's trust by saving his life after we were the ones who put his life in jeopardy?
Are you ever going back to pirating?
Maybe. Someday. If I find the right captain.
Perfect. I'll be your captain. Onward to Blood Island and high adventure. Wanna come?
You, a captain? Hardly.
Now, I'm picking up that the sound mixing is a little off, and it always has been. I remember the volume kind of going up and down randomly on the game, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of extra editing so everybody can hear what they're saying, because it does get real quiet out of nowhere. Why would he want to follow us?
I'm the mighty pirate who defeated LeChuck.
And what do you have to show for it?
I've got a ton of cool stories.
Treasure? Immense mounds of gold and diamonds? Solid gold scepters of power? Anything?
Well, I've got these nickels.
Wooden?
Yeah.
Some treasure hunter you are. You couldn't find gold in a jewelry shop.
Okay, got it.
You're right. Sorry to bother you.
So he's very motivated by treasure. That's what impresses him. And the good news is we can find gold. And just right on back over to Captain Blondebeard.
It's only got a little bit of spit and hair on it.
Oh, Mr. Blondebeard, sir, you wanted something crunchy? Well, I've got something just for you.
Would you like this jawbreaker?
And your teeth?
Thanks to ye. Ouch! I think I loosed me gold tooth. I knew sweets were being bad for me teeth, but it had a fine crunch and were a fiesta of flavor. From now on, I'll be sticking to fleshier food
Un
snacks.
fiesta de sabor.
Something chewy. Well, there I go again. This old salt's got a craving for something to squish between me teeth.
It should have to be pretty big. You don't have a whole lot of teeth left, sir. Okay, so he crunched down, and that was a bone-shattering crunch sound. So now we gotta give him something chewy, and it just so happens we have that. It's the Metaburst gum we bought. Scratch your bum first.
Would you like some gum?
Nyumph.
Thanks. This is really good steak-flavored gum. It gets you here. And it gets you right here.
That is a very obscure reference. There was, and I don't know why I remember it, but there was an old commercial for A1 steak sauce back when they used to advertise. When's the last time anybody saw a commercial for A1 steak sauce, for God's sake? But it was for like a new bold, zesty flavor. And some guy, they just had like a camera on some actor sitting at a table with a steak. He's like, hey, this steak sauce is really good. It gets you here, and it gets you right here. Nobody knew what the hell that meant at the time, but it just kind of became like a proto-meme. Because they were like, hey, dig this crazy thing that this guy is saying. And so now it lives forever in Monkey Island 3. Now look closely at that bubble. There's a tooth floating around in it. I got a pin from the Voodoo Priestess, which will serve many purposes, but it will help us out here because we can pop his bubble. Boop!
Why, you little scamp. That's quite a funny trick you've played on old Captain Blondebeard.
Okay, Oblivious. His gold tooth is hanging out on the floor, so let's pick that up. Now, the thing is, you can't leave with the gold tooth in your inventory because he's got like a little spidey sense about that sort of thing, and he'll pat you down whenever you leave. So you got to find some way of getting it out of the location without him figuring it out. And you got to chew your own gum in order to do that. So, bit of jerky gum. And, oh yeah, here we go. Just use the verb coin.
Tastes like sirloin.
It sure do, and that gives us a wad of chewed gum. So we're gonna do exactly what Captain Blondebeard did. Take the gold tooth, put it in the wad of chewed gum. Now here's the weird part. I want to know who would have figured this out on their own. Like, I'm pretty sure I had to call somebody to get a hint for this, but it involves this other helium balloon that we have inexplicably. We are going to... No, we're not going to use it with the podium. God. Here we go. Inhale the helium.
Oh, that's made my voice sound funny.
That it has. Back to the chewed gum. Let's chew it some more. And with the helium that we inhaled, we blew a bubble. It turns into its own balloon.
Cool.
It pops outside. So now we can leave, and Captain Blondebeard is none the wiser.
Wait 1 second. Do you have me gold tooth?
No.
Let me see. You don't have it?
Nope.
Darn. I'll have to order a new one.
All right.
Where that tooth fell.
We heard it do a clink clank, and it actually fell into the drain pipe here, which means it's in the mud puddle. Let's take a look.
It's as thick as gravy.
Can we pick it
And I
up?
won't be able to find anything in this mud by fishing around with my hand.
No, we gotta fish around some other way. So let's use the serrated bread knife with the pie
The
pan.
serrated knife won't work here.
Uh-oh. Scissors with the pie
I
pan?
don't want to cut that.
Maybe we don't cut it at all. Maybe we just use the pan on the mud puddle. We gotta go panning for gold, you see. There it is.
Hey, it's the gold tooth.
And nothing but the gold tooth. Okay, we found gold. We have successfully stolen many, many things from this man's restaurant, and including his tooth, and now we're gonna go give it to some guy we just met to make him like us. This is normal, right? Perfectly normal. Oh, Bill, I've got something for you, buckaroo.
Check this out.
Is that real gold?
Punched an old man in the face for it.
You can find treasure.
Thinking
So
differently
you'll
of
join
me,
my
eh?
crew?
Sure, as long as my partners will join too.
I'll need
Okay.
2 more sailors for my crew.
Pretty sure I know who to talk to for that. But we're not going to try to recruit either of these guys yet, because you see, with this biscuit cutter, there's something else we have to go do. And I don't think I've been here quite yet on an episode, but there's like this little side yard back here with a numbered field for athletics and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like the log pile, for example.
Curious pile of logs there.
And these odd-looking trees.
There are other ants crawling all over it. Caribbean rubber tree, one of the many rubber trees common throughout the Caribbean, used as raw material for shipbuilding.
Rubber tree, you say, eh? What would happen if we used the biscuit cutter on one? Yep, that is exactly how rubber is collected in the wild. Take note, everybody. This game is fun and educational. Oh, here we go.
It's a wooden sawhorse supporting that keg of rum. It's an enormous keg of old Gut Blast brand rum.
Okay, keep that in mind. That's a surprise tool that's going to help us later, but we're done here for now. What I want to do next is head back out to Danger Cove, because there's something we're going to use this rubber plug with. Stand by! Back in Danger Cove, check it out. This rubber plug looks to be about the same size as the gaping hole in the dinghy. So we gotta wedge it in there, we gotta make sure that it stays. So we'll use the paste that we got from the Voodoo
The
Priestess.
plug is all pasty now.
Slather it all over that plug. You gotta goop the plug up nice and good before you wedge it into place, know what I'm saying? And then put it in the gaping hole. There's got to be a better way to say that now that I think about it. Yep, 100% watertight. The dinghy's ready to go. We can take it back out to the cove anytime we want, but there's kind of something else I want to do first. We're not entirely ready to take on the pirates in the ship, and I kind of want to keep the objectives kind of straightforward, so I want to get the map before I get any more of the crew. So let's head back on out to here, because if you'll remember, Slappy Cromwell said that his agent, Palado Domingo, hangs out at the Brimstone Beach, and he has the map to Blood Island. And you are not going to believe how we end up getting the map. It is kind of crazy. But we got to get entry first, and we're going to do that with this handy-dandy card.
Excuse me. My card.
Well, I'm sure there must be some mistake. You're slovenly.
And yet I have a membership card.
Let me see that. This must have been approved the morning after the office Christmas party.
Yes. And I think I'll just take one of your fluffy clean towels and enjoy a nice relaxing stroll down your beach.
No, you mustn't.
What else mustn't I do? I just spent 3 weeks on a raft without a toothbrush. That is very true. Quiet, the voices in my head are telling me something, or...
I must. And perhaps I'll sunbathe nude.
Sweet mother of pearl, no. Now that I think about it, it is nice out on the far end of the beach. You should go there. You should go there now.
Okay, so this guy's kind of a dick, and I know exactly what we can do.
Nice fluffy towel.
Nice fluffy towel, but it's a little too dry for my taste. Let's go ahead and dip it in the ice bucket.
This towel is soaking wet.
Soaking wet. And what is a wet towel good for? Well, in this game, a couple of things. But the most practical application would be getting rid of this total chode.
Papa Pichu!
Papa Pichu! He's gone, baby! So let's take a look at the grill. What else going on here?
Chicken franks, chock full of processed beaks and waddles.
Yay, let's take one.
No. It looks like some of those are older than I am.
Ugh.
No. It looks like some of those are older than I am.
I see fries.
Nothing makes a day on the beach like a generous helping of greasy, deep-fried food.
Let's eat it.
That would hurt.
Okay, fine. The cooking oil, however, we do need. And we're gonna need a few more towels. Let me grab them, and I'll show you why. I'm gonna try to show you the reason for the solution to the puzzles, rather than just showing you the solutions to them.
Nice fluffy towel.
All right, let's get one more.
I'll just take one more.
All right, 3 is the maximum, and we need to make sure that they are all soaking wet. And I'll show you why. Head on out to the beach. And hey, there's a sunbather over there. Let's go talk to him.
Ouch! With these holes in my shoes, I'll never get across that hot beach.
So the sand's too hot. So what if we just walked across on something other than the sand? Well, let's use the dry towel, see if that does anything for us. No, they light directly on fire.
One hot beach.
So, nope, that's not gonna work. We gotta make sure that they are nice and wet.
The towels are all wet now.
All right, un mas.
I'll just take one more. Nice fluff.
And soak that one down.
The towels are all wet now.
So now we can cross the beach. They make a sizzling sound.
Whew.
There we go, and that's how we cross the beach. Now, we don't have to do that every single time because there's a little shortcut that you can unlock here, but let's talk to this fella.
He's incredibly pale. I'm looking for Blood Island. Do you know where it is?
Nope, never heard of it.
I think that he has a little conquistador helmet on.
Are you sure you don't know how to get to Blood Island?
I told you before, babe. I've never heard of Blood Island.
Are you sure you don't know how to get to Blood Island?
I told you before, babe. I've never heard of Blood Island.
See you around.
All right, he's playing dumb, so here's what we're gonna do instead. Let's see if we can do a little bit more theft. Apparently the sand over here isn't too terribly hot. Okay, all set. I think the problem here is that I haven't talked to Slappy Cromwell in this saved state yet, so let's go. I'm gonna go talk to him. You saw it in the previous episode. He says that Palido Domingo is the one who knows where everything is. So hang on one second.
Have you been to Blood Island?
But of course, Palido Domingo, Brimstone Beach Club.
Okay, so now the game knows that I know that Palido Domingo knows how to get to Blood Island and that he has the map, and we're gonna go back to him in a second, but first, I've got a little bit of a score to settle with Mr. Kenny Foulmouth and his bottomless mug of lemonade. So we can use the mug that we took off of Palido and swap it out with the bottomless mug.
Look, a three-headed monkey.
Oh boy, oh boy. Gee willikers, is this gonna be swell?
While he's distracted, it actually worked another time.
Hey! Just because you're a grown-up doesn't mean you can waste my time.
That's such a great line. Okay, so now we have a bottomless mug, right? So far, so good. Let's... Oh, this is making me thirsty. Let's have a little chitty chat with this young man once again.
Give me some more lemonade, you little chiseler.
That'll be a nickel.
Glunk, glunk, glunk.
Ah, that was as refreshing as morning dew.
Hey! How did you drink all the lemonade? You switched mugs on me, you cheat.
I am saying nothing!
You put a budding young entrepreneur out of business.
Well, see ya! I have no qualms about ruining the dreams of children in this game. And hey, nice pitcher, I'll take it. Apparently I drank all of it. We do need the pitcher, and these vats of red dye also quite important. Pick them up.
It's full of dye now.
Okay. Done and done. Back to go visit Palido. He needs his mug back, but I think he'd be better off with a bottomless mug.
I've brought you a new mug.
Thanks.
I'm just gonna sit up and say one word, then I'm gonna go lay back down, okay, babe? Okay, using the pitcher with the red dye, because this man has been laying in the sun an awful lot, and he is quite pale. All right, that's gonna come in handy here in a second, but first, let's have a little chitty chat and find out why he's lying to us.
Look, Palido, you're burning.
Ah, all those months in the sun and my tan is just gonna peel away. I better turn over.
Good idea.
Better turn over, man. And wouldn't you know it, there's a map tattooed on the man's back.
I'll never memorize that map. It's far too complex.
Can we talk to him?
Nah.
Okay, so I may have skipped a step, but we can talk to him. You'll say, hey, your agent Slappy Cromwell says you know where Blood Island is. And then he'll confess and be like, hey, sorry I didn't tell you, man. But now that we've got him on his back, we can't memorize the map, and it's attached to his body, so we got to get that map somehow. And Guybrush is not much of a cartographer. Just you wait. Oh, we're gonna do this in the grossest way possible. Little cooking oil. Apply directly to skin. And just listen to the frying sound. Oh, God.
Because of his sunburn, the map on Palido's back is peeling off.
And he doesn't even flinch. He doesn't even feel it. So now we just reach down. Oh, okay. Wait for it. We're just gonna reach down. We're gonna gingerly, and we'll just peel it right off. Oh, that's so
I really wish
gross.
I didn't have to do that.
Oh, I wish you didn't have to do that either, Guybrush. Oh my God. Still makes me cringe even to this day, almost 30 years later. Okay, we have the map to Blood Island. We have one crew member down. We got to get 2 more crew members, and we still got to find a boat to use. But we're going to have to do that some other time. We are out of time for today. But hey, everybody right there, thank you so much for watching. Glad you're coming along with me on this adventure, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da, shoo-be-doo-wah, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.